Have you ever noticed that your sex life isn't what it used to be? No more morning erections, no more long-lasting, powerful moments, and sometimes it's over before you even get started. Many male patients over 60 come to see me with the same concern. They fear they're losing their masculinity. But what they don't realize is that the problem isn't just about age. It's rooted in a seemingly harmless habit. The way they've been masturbating for years. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a physician specializing in men's health over 60 in the U.S., with more than 20 years of experience. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 common masturbation mistakes most older men make that lead to erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, and that frustrating feeling of losing control in the bedroom. These aren't the generic tips you've heard before, and they're definitely not internet myths. Everything I share is based on medical evidence, peer-reviewed research, and hundreds of real-life cases from my practice. If you've ever felt like you're losing control, or wondered, is this the end of my sex life? Watch this video until the end. And if you find yourself guilty of any of these mistakes, leave a comment, because trust me, you're not alone. I remember vividly the case of Daniel, a 67-year-old patient. He was a former aerospace engineer, a sharp, disciplined man who kept everything in his life perfectly under control, except one thing, his sex life. At his first visit, he said to me, with a mix of embarrassment and determination, "I still have the desire, but my body doesn't cooperate. Every time I try to have sex, I can't maintain an erection, or if I do, it's over in a couple of minutes. I've lost the control I once had." When I asked if he still masturbated, he replied, "Yes, a few times a week, but I do it really fast, just a few minutes and done. I didn't think it mattered." And that's when I knew Daniel was far from alone. Many men over 60 suffer from erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation, not because they're too old, but because they've trained their bodies, and more importantly, their brains, to respond the wrong way for decades. This is one of the most common masturbation mistakes after 60 that almost no one talks about. The brain, like a muscle, learns through repetition. If you always masturbate too fast, too hard, and in one fixed pattern, your brain starts to believe this is the only way to reach climax. So when you're in a real, intimate situation, with emotion, rhythm, touch, scent, anticipation, your body doesn't know how to respond. The good news? These incorrect patterns can be retrained. And when you know exactly what mistakes you're making and how to fix them, everything can change faster than you think. So, what are the 5 masturbation mistakes silently destroying sexual performance for men over 60? And are you making any of them? Let's dive into the most important part of this video. After that consultation, Daniel looked at me and asked a very honest question. If I've been doing it wrong for years, is it too late to fix it? The answer is, no, it's not too late. But first, you need to know exactly what you've been doing wrong. After more than 20 years working with men over 60, I've identified 5 extremely common masturbation mistakes, habits repeated quietly week after week, month after month, year after year, that are literally rewiring the entire sexual nervous system. We're going to break down each mistake with scientific explanations, real-life examples, and most importantly, how to fix them so you can restore erectile function, control premature ejaculation, and maintain confidence and performance even as you age. Mistake number 1, masturbating too fast. Training for failure. This is the most common and the most dangerous mistake. Many men over 60 have the habit of masturbating very quickly, often in a rushed state, or just to relieve stress. The problem isn't the frequency, it's the speed. When you repeatedly stimulate yourself at high speed for just a few minutes, you're teaching your brain one lesson: reach climax as fast as possible. And your brain obeys. But the price you pay is this: when you're in a real, intimate moment, with your partner, with emotions, with slow rhythm, your entire nervous system doesn't know what to do. You lose control. You can't maintain an erection. You ejaculate within minutes. This isn't speculation. A Rutgers University study, led by Dr. Barry Komisaruk, found that men who masturbate in under 3 minutes, are 2.3 times more likely to suffer from premature ejaculation and experience a significant reduction in sexual control during intercourse. When we're young, the nervous system can adapt and recover quickly. But after age 60, every repeated behavior has a long-term impact on the brain, especially on areas that regulate pleasure, sexual reflexes, and muscle response. So, what should you do? First, change your approach. Masturbation isn't just a quick release, it's a neuromuscular training session. Stretch your sessions to at least 10 to 15 minutes. Instead of rushing to the finish line, observe your body's reactions, focus on your breathing, and adjust the pace. You can apply the start-stop technique. Whenever you feel close to climax, stop, take a deep breath, and resume after 10 to 15 seconds. Repeat this 3 to 4 times in one sikki, and you'll see your control improve significantly within a few weeks. Most importantly, don't just do it to get it over with. Turn every session into a practice of presence and awareness, something most men over 60 have completely lost in their sex lives. Mistake number 2. Always masturbating in one position, one way to nowhere. Have you been masturbating in the same position for years? If the answer is yes, then your body is already starting to resist. Masturbating in one fixed position over and over, most commonly lying face down, using a pillow, or pressing tightly against a surface, creates a type of stimulation that is unnatural and completely different from real sexual intercourse. What's the result? Your brain and body gradually become dependent on that specific stimulation to reach orgasm. So when you enter a real sexual situation, you're more likely to experience weak erections or even inability to ejaculate because your body isn't getting the stimulation it has been programmed to expect. In medical terms, this is called masturbation-induced sexual dysfunction, a condition where repeated masturbation habits alter the brain's sexual response system. This is not rare among men over 60, and the older you get, the harder it becomes to retrain your body to respond to natural sexual cues. You may have heard the phrase one way to nowhere, a one-way street that leads to a dead end. When it comes to sexuality, that's exactly what happens. If you want to maintain natural erectile function and enjoy satisfying intimacy without medication, you need to break this pattern. Vary your positions, change your environment, and adjust your masturbation habits. These are the first steps to reset your sexual nervous system so your body responds naturally to real sensations instead of artificial ones. So if you've been stuck on the one way to nowhere, it's time to turn around before it's too late. Mistake number 3. Watching too much porn. Hijacked brain. Have you ever felt uninterested in real intimacy, even when your partner is attractive? This isn't your fault. Your brain has been hijacked. Watching excessive porn gradually rewires your brain, making it respond only to intense, unrealistic stimulation that doesn't exist in real life. According to multiple studies, frequent exposure to porn overloads the brain's dopamine reward system, leading to reduced pleasure from real-life intimacy and, in many cases, psychogenic erectile dysfunction. This isn't just a bad habit. It's a direct attack on your natural sexual function, especially for men over 60. If you want to restore natural erectile function, you must start with a brain detox. Reduce or eliminate porn consumption. Return to real-life experiences. Give your brain time to reset and regain sensitivity to authentic touch and connection. This is the first step toward reclaiming your masculinity, the strength you thought you had lost. Mistake number 4. Masturbating when stressed or exhausted. Wrong timing, wrong outcome. When you masturbate while stressed, tired, or mentally drained, your body isn't truly ready to experience full pleasure, and this is one of the most common mistakes for men over 60. Many men think that a quick release will help them relax, but in reality, masturbating under stress can disrupt the brain-testicular axis, leading to reduced natural testosterone production. Imagine trying to start a car when the battery is almost dead. That's what happens to your sexual system when you force your body to perform when it actually needs rest. The result? Decreased arousal, difficulty ejaculating, or worse, You begin developing a habit of using masturbation as a coping mechanism, a pattern that can lead to chronic erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. Don't let a temporary emotion damage your long-term sexual health. The key is choosing the right timing, when you feel strong, relaxed, and full of energy. That's when masturbation can truly boost testosterone and enhance blood flow. So, listen to your body. If you're stressed, take a break, meditate, walk, or simply sleep before thinking about rewarding yourself. Because masturbating the right way isn't just an act, it's a strategy to maintain sexual performance after 60. Mistake number 5. Wrong frequency. Too much or too little. Here's a truth every man over 60 needs to remember. Masturbating too often or not enough can harm your sexual health, especially if you're trying to restore natural testosterone, improve erections, or maintain healthy pelvic blood flow. When you masturbate excessively, your body can enter a state of dopamine depletion, reducing arousal and, even worse, eroding your natural erection reflex. Research from Mayo Clinic and the Journal of Sexual Medicine shows that daily masturbation without adequate recovery time can lower testosterone levels and make maintaining erections increasingly difficult over time. On the other hand, avoiding masturbation for too long reduces blood flow to the genital area, weakens pelvic muscles, and increases the risk of erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, and even diminished orgasmic response. After age 60, your body needs regular circulation to maintain function. Long inactivity essentially shuts the system down. So, what's the ideal frequency? There's no universal answer, but most andrologists recommend that men over 60 aim for 1-2 times per week. This frequency stimulates testosterone, supports healthy blood flow, and preserves masculine vitality without causing harm. Masturbating at the right frequency not only helps you restore natural sexual health, but also brings back pleasure, energy, and confidence at an age when many believe intimacy is over. But for you, this is the beginning of a new chapter. If you're asking yourself, which of these mistakes am I making? Or is there a way to restore erectile function and control ejaculation after 60 without medication? Stay tuned, because the next section is the key. A comprehensive 21-day recovery plan built on scientific research and real clinical experience from my practice, where hundreds of men over 60 have regained natural function, improved blood circulation, boosted testosterone, and taken back control of their orgasm. This is a 21-day drug-free sexual health recovery plan designed exclusively for men over 60, perfect for those struggling with erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, low libido, or that frustrating loss of control during intimacy. Week 1. Reset. Cleanse and reconnect. The goal this week is to eliminate harmful stimulation and rebuild the connection between your brain and real sensations from your genital area. Completely stop consuming porn and avoid fast, rushed masturbation. Focus on deep, mindful breathing during self-stimulation. Add 2 nitric oxide-boosting foods to your diet. Beets and pomegranates to improve blood flow. Start basic pelvic floor exercises, Kegels, every morning, just 5 minutes a day. Week 2. Rebuild. Strengthen testosterone and control, intensify pelvic floor control exercises, and switch to a diet rich in healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, and salmon, to support natural testosterone production. Eliminate junk food, refined sugar, and alcohol. Each night, practice slow, deep breathing to regulate your central nervous system and enhance arousal control. Week 3. Restore and upgrade. Erections, pleasure, and endurance. This final week is when your body truly begins to come alive again. You'll notice stronger erections and more intense sensations during intimacy. Perform advanced Kegel exercises combined with pelvic muscle stretches. Prioritize foods high in zinc and arginine, such as pumpkin seeds, lean red meat, and avocado. At this stage, you can start gentle intercourse, but maintain proper breathing and slow rhythm. no rushing. Every movement should feel like a deeper connection with yourself and your partner. If you've stayed with me this far, it means you truly care about your sexual health and quality of life after 60. Remember, erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation is not the end, and it's definitely not irreversible. The key is to understand the real causes, avoid the masturbation mistakes we discussed, and apply this science-based recovery plan to regain control, confidence, and masculinity. I've guided hundreds of men over 60 through these challenges, and I know you can do it too. Give your body and mind the chance to rebuild, and within just a few weeks, you'll feel a remarkable difference. If this video provided valuable insights, share it with someone who needs it, and leave a comment with your experience or questions, because your story might give another man hope. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Zone and turn on notifications so you never miss science-backed strategies to boost testosterone, improve blood circulation, and maintain strong sexual health. Even after 60, you don't need pills. You don't need quick fixes. All you need is the right knowledge, consistency, and a proven plan. Start today.